what it was like to be a Civil War soldier. The soldiers rose with the soft light of dawn, the air around them still cool and calm. Their mornings were quiet, filled with small tasks and careful movements, the sounds of camp life drifting gently across the fields. Sometimes they would sit together, sharing bread and water, their voices low and steady, blending with the rustle of leaves and the slow stirrings of the earth waking beneath the pale sun. Each day stretched slowly, measured by simple routines and the gentle rhythm of footsteps on soft soil. As the hours passed, the men would move through the fields and forests with a quiet patience. Their world was shaped by the steady turn of seasons, the warmth of sunlight on their shoulders, and the whispering wind through the trees. They wrote letters in fading light, their words careful and thoughtful, carrying the hopes and memories of home. In these moments, there was a soft stillness, a calm that wrapped around them like a familiar cloak, and time seemed to stretch like the quiet shadows across the open land. When evening came, the sky softened into shades of gentle blue and gray, and the camp settled into a hushed, slow breathing. Fires glimmered with a tender glow, and the men rested, leaning against one another or lying on the earth, letting the cool night embrace them. The world outside felt distant and muted, like a quiet lullaby, and the mind could drift with the dimming light, following the slow, easy rhythm of night. And there, in that soft, endless quiet, the gentle hush of the fields carried them onward, folding softly into silence. The night deepened, wrapping the camp in a soft, velvety darkness. The stars above shimmered faintly, scattered like quiet lanterns in a vast sky. Around the fires, the men's whispers had faded into murmurs, and the gentle crackle of flames was the only sound, steady and comforting. Each breath felt slower, heavier with calm, as if the world itself was leaning closer, inviting them to rest. Shadows moved lazily across the tents, folding the day's memories into quiet corners, leaving only the soft pulse of nighttime. In the stillness, the soldiers imagined the places they had left behind, the slow sway of familiar streets, the hush of quiet homes. Thoughts wandered gently, like drifting clouds across a pale moon, carrying smiles and memories that warmed the heart. Sometimes, a soft breeze would brush their faces, whispering through the camp with a delicate coolness, and the world felt larger yet safe, filled with a patient, endless calm. Even the smallest sounds, the distant cry of an owl, the rustle of leaves, added to the quiet music of the night, soothing each mind into gentleness. And as the hours moved slowly onward, the men lay in a peaceful rhythm, the firelight dimming to tender embers, leaving only the soft glow of moonlight. The night stretched long and calm, carrying them through its gentle, steady flow. Thoughts softened, and the body let go of its weight, blending with the slow, natural sigh of the earth. All around, the quiet whispered and lingered, folding the day into rest, until the world seemed to breathe as one, and the tender hush of the night carried on, endless and serene. The first hints of night's deep calm had settled fully over the camp, and the world felt wrapped in a gentle hush. The soldiers lay quietly, their movements slow and measured, as if even their bodies were learning the rhythm of the dark. The soft gleam of moonlight touched the edges of blankets and the tips of worn boots, tracing shapes in the shadows with a tender, silver hand. Each moment passed with a steady softness, the kind that makes the heart feel lighter, and the mind drift with the ease of slow, floating clouds. Sometimes, a soft sigh would rise from the earth, carried on the whispering wind, gentle and unhurried. The men's thoughts wandered like quiet rivers, meandering through memories of home, of laughter and small comforts, of fields and quiet mornings. The world beyond the camp felt distant, muffled, as though held in a soft blanket of silence. Every sound, from the faint rustle of leaves to the slow hum of night insects, became part of a delicate lullaby, each note a gentle step toward deeper rest. And in that final stillness, the camp seemed to breathe with them, slow and even, steady and calm. The fires had dwindled to soft glows, the shadows had softened to velvet darkness, and all that remained was the tender, quiet pulse of night. Time itself felt gentle, stretching without hurry, as the world folded softly into peace. And there, in that endless hush, the quiet lingered, warm and steady, carrying the heart and mind onward, deeper into calm, until all that remained was a soft, tranquil silence. The camp lay under a sky dusted with pale stars, each one shining faintly like a quiet promise. The air was cool and soft, moving gently through the tents and over the sleeping men. Every breath seemed slower, deeper, as though the world itself was pausing to rest. The soft murmur of leaves and the distant call of night birds blended into a gentle rhythm, steady and soothing, guiding each thought into quiet stillness. Even the earth beneath them seemed to hold its weight with patience, offering a calm support that was both tender and unwavering. In the tender darkness, the soldiers' minds drifted like slow rivers through remembered places, through fields of soft light and familiar faces. Thoughts of home, of gentle mornings and the warmth of quiet rooms, floated freely, unhurried and unbroken. Each small memory felt like a soft touch, a reminder of safety and ease. The night carried them gently, wrapping them in a calm cloak, and even the faintest sounds, the rustle of fabric, the soft crackle of embers, added to the slow, quiet melody of the world at rest. As the hours moved like gentle shadows, the camp seemed to breathe with the quiet rhythm of the night. The firelight dimmed to faint glimmers, and the shapes of tents and trees melted into the soft silver of moonlight. Every heartbeat slowed, every thought softened, blending with the tender hush that filled the fields. The world held them in a gentle embrace, steady and unwavering, carrying each one softly onward, deeper into quiet, until only the soft, endless calm remained, stretching peacefully into silence. The night had grown even quieter, a gentle blanket of stillness draping over the camp. The soldiers lay wrapped in the soft hush, their bodies sinking slowly into the cool earth. Above them, the stars shimmered faintly, steady and calm, like tiny lanterns in the vast sky. The air moved with a tender ease, brushing softly against their faces, carrying the distant whispers of trees and the slow, steady rhythm of the world settling into rest. Every sound was softened, every movement slowed, and the mind drifted with the gentle pull of night. Thoughts wandered like slow clouds across a pale moon, meandering through familiar memories and quiet dreams. The warmth of home, the hush of peaceful mornings, the gentle sway of familiar places, all floated freely, touching the heart without hurry. The camp around them seemed to hold its breath, steady and patient, and even the faintest crackle of embers or rustle of leaves became part of a tender lullaby. In this soft, endless quiet, each soldier felt carried, as if the night itself was cradling them with gentle patience. And as the final embers dimmed, and the silver light of the moon painted the earth in soft shades, the world seemed to fold inward, gentle and calm. Every thought softened, every breath slowed, blending with the endless hush that stretched across the fields. In that perfect stillness, all tension drifted away, leaving only warmth and quiet. And now, in this tender, peaceful silence, good night,